from the kit while still trying to maintain pointing it directly at the snare drum. So when we're micing drums, there aren't too many rules per se, but I'd like to follow some guidelines and help you understand some of those. So what I start with is a good kind of rule of thumb is grabbing 3 fingers and making the snare drum mic about the height of your 3 fingers or 4 fingers or so. We just want to be about 2, 2.5, 3 inches above the snare drum. And I'm going to angle it in at approximately a 45-degree angle. And for me, personal preference, and for what we do here, I like to point it more towards the center of the snare drum. If you point it towards the edge, it'll sound a little bit thinner, which is okay. And if you have a certain genre application that you want it to sound thinner, go for it. So I'm just going to position it about a 45, close to the edge of the snare drum, pointed at the center of the snare drum. That's so.
Cool. So what do you do for the bottom of the snare drum? Now I know not everyone mics the bottom, but we do. We top and bottom mic everything as far as the toms and the snare drum goes. So can you tell us what you do on the bottom?
Well, what we're trying to do with when us or other people mic the bottom of the snare drum is we're trying to get a little bit of a brighter sound, and we're trying to get the snare wires in there. And when we actually mix in the 2 microphones, the top mic and the bottom mic, we'll have a little bit less of the bottom mic just because it's thin, but it sounds like you get mostly the snare wires in it. So I'm just going to grab the bottom snare mic and we'll put it in. Now if you recall, ideally on the top mic I would have liked to have it directly at the top in the center of the drum, but the playing and everything would get in the way. His sticks, his arms. So with the bottom mic, I can get it right where I want it. I'm going to put it right in the center of the drum, and I'm going to point it just at the snare wires, and I'm going to keep that approximate 3-finger rule or so, about 2-3 inches. As simple as that.